Yeah, this light is way too bright.
Join the team.
Hey team, this is McGuire Review, and we are going to take a look at an assortment of Paizo products that are here. There are actually quite a few other ones that we're going to be looking at over the course of December and into the new year, which I'm really excited about. But these are a few that we are going to take a look at here pretty soon. Some of these I already had, and some of these are new to me that I'm just getting my hands on. Specifically this one here, the Pathfinder 2nd Edition Beginner Box. We're going to do a separate video on this. We're going to do a separate video on this. This video today is going to focus on the Pathfinder Folio maps, which are right here, which is a really, really cool product. They've been out for a long time, but I wanted to do a video to show how cool these are and what you get in these little folio binders, you can say, for a pretty low price, especially today, which you can get these for on the internet. But we will be doing the beginner box. That's going to be pretty awesome. Bear, hold this. As well as the Pathfinder Core Set. Now, this is their 2nd edition of the Core Set as well. I do have the original Rise of the Rune Lords adventure card game Core Set. This was the first set they released, and it is a full set. It has all of the expansions to it. I've really loved this game. I always really liked this adventure card game. I thought it was done really, really well. A lot of fun, a lot of character build out and development on this one. And here with the 2nd edition, they've gone kind of one step further, and they've taken all the greatest pieces of all the 1st edition sets, and they had a few of these they released, and they really built it into this nice new 2nd edition core set. You do get a little bit of a smaller box, and it is a better experience, I would say, from how the cards and your characters work, and even the character development is tweaked and is done a little bit better here in this 2nd edition. So I can't wait to get my hands on this one and get it open. It is a 1-to-4, so definitely these are designed to solo. So I'm really excited about that. Bear. Okay, so let's get into the folios. One of them I do have in the shrink. I want to open that here, and I'll show you. And then this one here, which is the Giant Slayer. Now, these are part of various campaign settings. So there's different campaigns in Pathfinder, just like there are in other RPG role-playing games. And these are from different settings and different adventures within the Pathfinder universe. This one is the Giant Slayer. So essentially what you're going to get is this little booklet it's kind of like a little folio. I mean, it's a little booklet that opens up, and it does have some artwork on it. It's going to give the MSRP. These did MSRP for $19.99. I got these for about half of that on Amazon. Again, you can find these. These have been released for a while. Let's see if there's a date on this to see. So this one came out in 2015. This one here came out in 2019. So this one's actually relatively new here. This is the Return of the Rune Lords campaign setting. I think I got a better deal on this one too. That's awesome. And I'm probably going to pick up at least one, or if not two, more of these, just because of how cool they are. So let's set this aside, and I'll show you what you get. They each come with, I believe each one of them will have 3 different maps in them. I'm pretty sure they're all this way. I would say each one of them has 3 in it, and you're generally going to get like a broader sort of, what does the landscape of that campaign setting look like? And then you're going, this one comes with kind of like a landscape as well, where they're different like important points of the campaign are located. And then this is a breakdown of one of the iconic like towns that's going to be in that campaign. So let's open up this one here, the town, and I'll just show you. And this, I would say, is equivalent to your standard map quality paper. So it's going to be that thicker, sort of, waxy coated paper that you would get for any of your standard tabletop RPG battle maps. That's essentially what you're going to get here. Now, it is going to be folded, so know that. You're going to have the creases that are going to be in this, just like any standard battle map would be as well. However, let's say you wanted to, flatten this out and maybe even frame it, which is exactly what I'm going to do to this one right here. I'll show you, which is amazing. I'm going to actually frame that, put it on the wall. But something like this, if you did want to frame it, you just have to let it sit out on a flat surface for a few days and maybe put some weight on it, some books, and it'll flatten out pretty good. Now you're always going to have a little bit of that crease, but that's just the nature of getting the creased folded maps. So you can see here that it does have the full city, and you've got various different areas around here on the points, and then down here you've got a map key that's going to tell you what all those locations are around that city that you might be visiting. So you're going to get that here in this first one. Then you're going to get this other map. And you can see how nice these are. I mean, for the price point, getting 3 of these, that's pretty cool to be able to use these with your campaign. So you can see here in this one, you've got the mountains. So it's pretty awesome. You've got that full peak of the mountainous region there with all of the different areas that you can travel to, around that area within the campaign. So that's another really cool piece that maybe I'll probably frame up. That's pretty nice. I'll probably keep this one out because I can reuse that. But this I'll definitely frame, and I definitely want to frame this one. This may be here one of the best pieces I've seen in any of these sets. This is just awesome. The artwork on this one is absolutely amazing. So let's get this opened up, and I'll go ahead and just turn it around on the table there, and then I'll pick it up. You can just see how awesome that is. It's highly detailed, and this one's a little bit different than the other ones you'll notice feel more like those maps that you would use in an RPG. This one here is just more of like an artistic shot of that entire area, and there is just all kinds of little cool things embedded all over the place in the detail of this. This is another one which I'm definitely going to be framing. I absolutely love this piece here. The artwork on it is just so awesome. Okay, so that is what you're going to find in that first map folio there. And again, these have been out for a while. So if you want to get your hands on these, just jump online. You'll be able to find them pretty easily and at a really good cost. Okay, so let's get these folded up a little bit here. So we got that one folded up. Didn't want to crease it the wrong way. Okay, and now we will open this one, which is a little bit of a newer one from newer campaign setting. This is from 2019. Get the corner of this open, so I don't want to rip what's inside. Okay, now that we got that out, we'll set this aside. There we go. Now there is maybe a little bit of a difference. Maybe not. It looked like the printing on this one was done a little bit of a higher quality. Maybe it is. I mean, it's definitely newer. Okay, so this is the return of the Rune Lords. Right now I'm playing in a stream with a band of badgers. I've guested, and I'll guest more in the future, where we're doing Rise of the Rune Lords. So when I saw the return of the Rune Lords, I had to get this one. Okay, this one looks pretty sweet. Look at the high color pop on these maps, and you can see the difference here just over the years in the printing and the difference. Look at the difference in the color. I would say the detail and the quality is the same. It's the detail and the quality is definitely the same, but the color is a lot more poppier on these pieces. Maybe that's on purpose, or maybe that's just a higher quality printing. This looks amazing. Okay, so let's pull this out. Look at this. Wow. Okay, so there is your Rodericks Cove. So it's the overview, kind of like a town type setup, where you've got all the different areas that you can travel to. It doesn't look like there's any key here, other than just your compass down below for your direction. But that's pretty sweet. Put that right there. Here we've got another one. This looks like a nice overview of the area. So this is going to be your map overview, and this one's going to be, again, in a landscape. And that's one thing that's cool about these. Some of these are in more of a vertical style, and then some of them are in a landscape, which is interesting because it's different. It's not like, hey, the overview is always in a landscape. Yes, the overview on this one's in a landscape. The overview, but the overview on the other one that showed like the mountain range was more of a vertical setup. So that's pretty cool as well. This one's got all kinds of detail on it. This is another great one to probably frame up. I love this. It's got the whole overview of that entire area there. near the bottom of Galarian. That is so awesome. Look at that. How cool that looks. Very awesome. Okay, and then we got our third one here we'll get into real quick. And this one's going to be more of a vertical layout. And again, it's another giant kind of city overview that you've got there. And I love this purplish kind of ring all the way around the outside of that. That looks really cool as well. It's probably another one that I'll frame up. Oh, I love these. These are so cool. So awesome. And then you've got, you know, you can use them for your campaigns. Some of these I think you could totally reuse if they're more generic, like that one town that we looked at. Kind of doing away with the key of specific locations. You could definitely reuse that other one to go around the town. These, I think, are going to be a little bit more specific to the campaign and what you're doing. So these ones that are like that, where I wouldn't, be doing the campaign, then I'll probably frame these up, and then you basically are getting 3 full-size, highly artistic Pathfinder posters in here for, I got mine for around the $10 mark, so $10 to $15. You're getting 3 full-size Pathfinder posters. So I highly recommend these if this is something that you're interested in. These are very, very cool. Don't forget about the other upcoming Paizo Pathfinder videos that we're going to do. And hit that like, click the subscribe below to join the team. Keep rolling in crits. This has been the McGuire Review, and we'll see you next time.